Hello, friends and colleagues. What are you passionate about? Passionate.
The Passion Show on CFRU 93.3 FM, Guelph, Ontario. With Wizard.
I'm a water wizard, Harry.
Hello, world. You're listening to The Passion Show with Wizard on CFRU 93.3 FM. It's a Do It Together radio show all about passions and the people who have them. My name is Wizard.
And my name is Val.
Val, yay!
Yay.
Welcome to the show, Val. Valerie.
Yeah.
Valerie.
It's Valerie.
Valerie, Val.
But I go by Val to make it easier.
You go by Val to make it easier. That's so thoughtful of you.
Yeah, well, actually, it's not even Valerie.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
Legally, it's Valeria.
Whoa.
So that's my name in Spanish, but it's Valerie in English.
So legally your name is in Spanish?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you from Spain?
No.
Where are you from?
My parents are immigrants from Colombia.
Colombia.
But I was born and raised here in Canada.
That's really neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Colombia. Have you ever been to Colombia?
I went when I was like a baby before I was like even conscious. And then like when I was 6 is the last time I've been.
Okay,
and
wow.
I've been back since.
How was it? Like, were the vibes good when you were 6? Did you have fun?
I don't remember much of it, unfortunately.
You don't remember being 6?
I
mean,
like,
I suppose that's a
it
pretty
comes
long
and
time
goes. I remember getting lice on that trip, actually. It was
got
really
lice?
unfortunate.
Oh, jeez.
I remember that. But I remember just, like, little moments here and there, but, like, not enough to, like, recount what happened.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's cool, though. Colombia.
I have pictures of it, so I know kind of what happened, but, yeah.
Do you feel attached to Colombia?
When I was a kid, not really.
Uh-huh.
I think as I've grown older, yes and no. But it's hard to be attached to a place that you aren't in or like haven't visited often. A lot of people that I like are in the same kind of boat as me, or like have parents who are Latino immigrants or like who are Latino. They visit like every year, or like go very often, and tons of family that they're like big and connected to. But I don't really have that experience because it's just me, my mom, and my dad, and I have an uncle who lives here in Guelph, and then an uncle who lives in New Brunswick, and the rest of them are just in Latin America. So I don't really know a lot of them.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I can relate to the not visiting your homeland very much. My family is in Saskatchewan.
That's far.
It is far. Not as far as Colombia.
No, but it feels far.
I'd say it's probably about half the distance. I bet you that Colombia is like 8. Well, Saskatchewan, I think, is 4,000 kilometers away from here. Roughly. Maybe 3. And I bet you that Colombia is like 7,000 kilometers. Do you want to look it up?
Yeah, I can look it up.
Let's do it. You look up Colombia, and I'll look up Saskatchewan.
Okay.
The poor listener, we're gonna have to talk while we check our encyclopedias. We both brought a huge collection of encyclopedias.
That's so fair.
To check this kind of thing. We wouldn't want to Google it. That'd be boring and lame.
Yeah.
Distance to Saskatchewan. Let's find out. Yeah, I was totally exactly right. It's 3,000. It's pretty much exactly 3,000 kilometers. Very nice. Let's go.
It says that the distance flight-wise is 1,090 kilometers.
To Colombia from here?
From Toronto, yeah.
What?
It's not very far. That's surprising.
That's cool. I guess Colombia is like right at the north of.
Yeah, it's quite close.
South America.
That makes sense.
That's surreal.
That's actually not a lot. That's a lot.
That's crazy.
Less I was expecting. I could have Googled it wrong. I don't know.
No, I'm not fact checking you. I just want to see it myself.
I don't know.
Distance to. Yeah, I guess I can. It thinks I want to go to Columbia Shoe Store. Wrong.
Pretty good shoes though.
Colombia, yeah. I mean, I guess you have to rap.
I don't know. It's actually really funny. I thought that the brand Colombia was spelled the same way that Colombia, like Latin America, is spelled, but it's not. They spell it differently. Because Colombia, Latin America, is spelled Colombia, and then Colombia, like the brand, the apparel brand, has a U in it. So I was spelling it the wrong way for a lot of my life.
I typed it in wrong. I typed it in totally wrong. That's why it took me to the shoe store.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, distance. Let's see if I just drove.
I don't know.
Let's see if I start right here and drove. I've given up on the encyclopedia thing. I'm just Googling it, everyone.
Yeah.
Couldn't find a way there, it says. No.
That'd be really hard.
But what about the drive to Panama? That's pretty much the same as the drive to
I
Colombia.
don't know. Like when my parents got here, it was hard to travel. I think because like my parents are immigrants, so they came as refugees, 2002, and they flew from Colombia to Miami, and then from Miami, Florida, they took like a Greyhound bus all the way to New York.
Rest in peace, Greyhound.
Yeah, all the
Got
way to
rid
New
of that
York.
company.
And they crossed through Canada through one of the old like land borders. Like there was like 100 meters between like New York City and like Quebec. And like the taxi took them to a certain point. It was like, I can't take you any farther. You have to walk. So they took their suitcases and they walked across the land border into
That's
Quebec.
wild.
Yeah. And then they went to the immigration office. I think I spent like 4 hours there. And then my uncle, who lives in New Brunswick, met them there. 'Cause he was in Quebec at the time. And then they were in.
And just like that.
Yeah, they brought all
How
their
long ago was
papers.
that?
That was like 2020. Well, they had me, I think, 2 or 3 years after they got here. So that was like 18 years. No, I'm lying. It's like 22 years ago.
22 years ago, so what, like 2003?
Yeah, ish. Like 2003.
That's crazy that they were able to walk through the border post 9/11.
Yeah, it actually is really insane.
But, the world has changed a lot in the 22 years.
It's actually really crazy. I didn't know that
Since
story
2003.
until like this year because I was learning about it in a class called Global Justice and Development through my university, and we were talking about migration, different migration points, and how it's changed, and like especially now we're talking about a bunch of like migration pathways that people take to get to like North America and specifically the United States. And I was like talking with my parents. I was like, oh my gosh, guys, like can't believe what we heard today at school, and it's like insane. It's like, oh yeah, we did that when we came here. We did this, and I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
It was like
Just
unlocked
learning about
lore
your
that they hadn't
parents.
told me until like this year.
It's really something learning about your parents, eh?
Yeah.
I found out on this show, I've had a few parent-type conversations on this show, and what I've come to realize is that I must have been a really nosy kid. Because or maybe I'm just naive, but I feel like I know a lot about my parents.
Me too.
But it's just because I asked them like a bazillion questions, and they're very sharing people.
Oh yeah, I was a really nosy kid also, but I think like explaining their entire like migration story is a lot to explain to a child. I think it's just like they just said it like in a condensed way when I was a kid, and I don't really remember how they explained it.
They're just like, yeah, we moved here.
Yeah, like it's simple. We immigrated from Colombia. That's the easiest way to explain it. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, the year was 2003.
Yeah, 2002, I think. So
The year was 2002.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful year.
Yeah.
Not much happened in 2002.
Yeah.
JK. So much happened in 2002, probably.
Probably.
A whole year's worth of stuff.
Lots of events.
Anyway, that's pretty fun. You're from Colombia.
Yeah.
Epic.
Pretty epic.
Pretty epic. Anyway, how do we know each other, Val?
I work at outdoor school with you.
Oh my gosh, another outdoor school person. What? I think we've had like 4 or 5 consecutive outdoor school people, if not more, probably more.
I actually saw Arlene today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Arlene Slocum, friend of the show, future guest.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I was at the Ross Art Show because one of my coworkers is a senior at Ross and asked me to come. And
Wait,
I saw
what is this?
the Ross Art Show.
Tell me about that.
It's a show at
Okay.
John F. Ross here in Guelph High School.
That's a high school. That's
Yeah.
right.
And so
Nicole John Ross.
I guess John F. Ross, I think.
Yeah.
And so they had an art show showcasing all of the seniors' art projects, grade 11, grade 12. And I was walking by and I
a
turned.
senior? You mean like a high school senior?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, imagine. That'd be actually really cool, like a
Did you
seniors
be
art
friends
show.
with a senior?
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that probably happened.
But yeah, I turned around and I saw Arlene. And I was like, Arlene, what are you doing here? She was like, oh, my daughter Avery here is a really good artist, and like was trying to be like really like, I guess kind of as an aside, kind of like not bragging about her kid kind of way. So I met Chris Green's kid.
Yeah, there you go.
She was like, oh, my daughter's a really good artist and she's gonna come here next year. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Well, my coworker invited me to come, so I wanted to go see. But it was really cool. Yeah, lots of cool
sweet.
art.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, Arlene is a pious individual. She is from all my dear listeners confused here. Arlene is the co-founder of Guelph Outdoor School and is very involved in like various administrative duties. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know about anyone's specific duties.
Very community oriented.
I wouldn't ask about anyone's duties. That's inappropriate. It's overreaching. But yeah, Arlene is a legend. That's cool. Would you consider yourself a patron of the arts, Val?
I like art. I like all types of arts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about today, right?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk about art.
Well,
we talk about all kinds
I like
of stuff on this show.
I like a lot of art, but it's different means of art is like a hobby, like a passion of things that I'm interested in. But it's not like my passion, if that's what you're gonna ask me.
That is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I only just joke here because a lot of the time people come on this show and, you know, bless them, bless their hearts, and they say I'm passionate about art, and then we talk about art. But, you know, I reference that, but I feel like it's been like a dozen episodes since I've really had one like that. So maybe that's an outdated passion show runner. I need to abandon that.
I don't know.
And maybe I need to start begging people, please talk about art again. I miss art.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm
I came prepared with multiple topics to talk about in case.
You came with multiple topics?
I was unsure.
That is incredible.
I was unsure. I was a bit nervous.
Hey, there's nothing to fear. This is
It's not about you. It's not about the passion show. I'm so excited to be here. But I was kind of going through a funk. It's like, what am I passionate about? And like, it took a lot of self-reflecting.
It's an existential question, isn't it?
A lot of self-reflecting. A couple of tears, actually. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like most recently, I've been very passionate about things that I'm angry about. As opposed to things that I'm happy about. And,
interesting.
And on my drive here, I was thinking about it. It's like, I don't want to be remembered or known for the things that make me angry or that I'm upset about. I'd rather be remembered or like known for things that make me happy and excited to talk about things.
I think that's a forward way of thinking.
Yeah.
I think that's a productive way of thinking, even.
Yeah, exactly.
So I respect that.
Yeah.
I've often said, you know, there's some former guests of the show who are always saying, Wizard, I want to come back onto a second episode about how I hate something. And I'm like, Aveline. I'm like, so-and-so. You can't, that's one of the secret rules of the show is that you're not allowed to be passionate about hating something. I feel like it just, that just spooks me out a little bit. It's not the vibe.
No.
But I also said so-and-so strange, censored name.
You already said the name.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Only we know. Or real true fans of the fashion show know.
I says to them, just reframe it in a constructive way. Instead of saying, you know, I hate golf courses. You should say, I love rewilding golf courses.
That's a cool way to think about it.
Or something to that effect. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love digital golfing as an alternative to golfing. I don't know. Just hypothetically, of course. Golf, you know, if this person do they want to talk about hating golf? Who knows?
I don't really get golf, to be fair.
It's a fun time. That's all there is to get.
Yeah.
And it's bad for the environment.
Yes, very.
Just like every recreation is.
Yeah.
And the reason people like it is because it is fun to do. People are always asking me, and I'm not like a big time golfer. I don't own clubs. Most years I don't even golf once. Mm-hmm. But when people invite me to go golfing, I go golfing, and I usually have a good time because it's a fun time. I
like the idea of golf, of like going out, just like walking around a place with your friends and like hitting a ball. That's really cool.
It is fun. It is a fun time.
The art of golf is very interesting to think about. I actually don't know how the game works. I've tried to wrap my head around it. I just can't figure it out.
You try and hit. It's like you know.
You have to get the lowest score possible, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Which is a unique feature for a game.
Compared to every other sport, you have to get the highest score.
Totally unlike baseball in that way. It's like baseball because you have to hit a ball with a stick.
Yes.
But in pretty much every other way, it's different than baseball.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to understand golf, don't think about baseball.
Good way to think about it.
Don't mention it.
Okay.
Anyway, back to you. You're thinking about how you want to think about things that you aren't angry about.
Yes.
So everyone's asking, they're saying, Wizard, please ask Val to ask her what she's passionate about. So Valerie, or how is it that you pronounce her name for real?
Valeria.
Is that right?
That's pretty good. That's
Valeria.
pretty good. It's pretty good for the first time.
Thank you. Man, if I had a nickel. Val, what are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about a lot of things, but
what's the first thing you're passionate about?
I'm getting there, but what I want to talk about today is reading.
Reading?
Yeah.
That's great. Did you bring something in to read?
No. I mean,
rats.
actually, I have some stuff that I've like taken pictures of or like written down that I think is really cool.
Perfect.
But
I love if you have any like poetry or like a little
none of
thing
mine.
you want to read.
But something I saw today, which is really cute.
Oh, you should read it.
Yeah.
I love when this show has readings on it.
Yeah, no, there's something really
A
cool.
few of my favorite episodes have readings. The car episode.
I was listening to episodes this week to prepare.
Did you listen to that one?
No, I did not. I did not get through most of them.
Oh, did you start at the start?
Yeah,
That's
I started
hilarious.
I listened to Mark Cheech's episode.
Mark Chicho, yeah.
I listened to Claire's episode partway through.
Claire Voy, you're mainlining, putting the She-Bad episodes in.
Yeah, I listened to Rachel Hindle's, and I saw her the other day.
Yeah,
the art of
Rachie Hind.
Yeah, talking about cinema.
Yeah, that's
and
that's
her
a goated
cinematic
episode.
experience. Very cool episode.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, keep it going. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
tell me if there are any, like, if you remember any standout moments in these.
I liked Mark's episode because he was just very vulnerable in a way that I've never heard of him before.
Yeah, that's
like when I see him at work.
He's always such a goof. He's like a real knight in shining armor.
It feels very unserious around him. I don't ever know when he's being serious or like kind of what he actually cares about.
An aloof and esoteric bass player.
I wouldn't use those words. Aloof maybe sometimes on a long day at Stone.
I mean,
on a hot day,
haven't we all been there? You know,
yeah.
A long hot day and you just
kind of passes you by. Yeah.
No, bless that. Bless his soul. I'm happy that you got to hear that and understand a person in a new light. I think that's the reason I do this show.
That was really cool. And then I got to learn about Rachel, and that was really cool too.
Yeah, Rachel shared some hilarious anecdotes
last summer, but not enough to like really get to know her, which was nice.
She's a pious woman.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And I hope that we get to spend some time with her this summer as well.
Yeah. And then listen to Claire Voy's episode.
Claire Voy's episode is a hood classic for sure.
Yes, and I learned about you. And I learned
that one is pretty interesting.
I learned about her passions about the other side. And I got kind of spooked, so I pressed pause and I went on to another episode.
So wait, you got spooked and scared by the Claire episode?
No, not scared, but I was like, this is some heavy stuff.
It's pretty heavy.
I'm not in like the space to listen to something heavy right now. Let me switch the vibe, go something more positive.
Yeah, I get pretty vulnerable and open in that one.
Yes, that was a very vulnerable episode. It was actually really cool to see you as well, because I feel like you're also very not serious when I interact with you on a normal basis.
What?
Like,
you
not
don't think
like
I'm serious?
No, I think you are serious, but like not such like a serious, like emotional, vulnerable way. Like we have our serious chats at work occasionally about like stuff going on, but like we're pretty like just.
We keep it light and breezy.
Yeah, light and breezy, and we're very like just talking about random things or like silly things. Or like stuff about like the job. Nothing super deep and like existential.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that observation.
Yeah.
Big time. I like, here's a running theme in the Passion Show. I always, on the Passion Show, I'm going to say some new reason why I do this show. Mm-hmm. Partly because some of the time I already knew it was a reason. Some of the time I'm discovering it as a reason. Mm-hmm. And I've discovered now that maybe one of the reasons I do this show is because I learned so much about myself.
It's a really good outlet to express yourself.
People will come on here and they say things about me and I'm like, oh yeah? I'm like, is that so?
Yeah,
and that's what's happening right now.
But I also haven't spent much time with you either, despite knowing you for like an entire summer and like passing by a couple hundred times already. This summer, I don't know very much about you yet, which is kind of exciting and cool.
It is exciting and cool. And hey, becoming a fan of this radio show is a great way to learn a lot of
to learn
about
all
me.
Your secrets.
I mean, I've spoken on this show for a day and a half, a full day and a half.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I think you're episode like 35, 36.
Yeah.
Which means 35 or 36 hours of me speaking onto the radio waves, which I take as a great honor and privilege that CFRU lets me do this.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And I like the idea that, anyone out there like you or anyone who wants to just like get to know a person they've met, or if you haven't met me, that's great too. And I'm speaking to the audience here, the dear listeners sitting over there driving their car, beep, beep, honk, honk, honk.
Hopefully they're not turning left.
Hopefully they're not turning left. Hopefully they're turning right. That's way easier.
And they're actually driving.
And they're signaling using their turning signals.
Looking at a tree.
Yeah, all the above.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope, if you want to get to know me, just listen to my show.
Yeah.
And get to know me. Form a parasocial relationship with me.
I was going to say that, actually.
Yeah?
It's kind of like a version of a parasocial relationship.
How do you feel about, do you want to explain the concept of a parasocial relationship?
I'll try my best.
Yeah, go for
A
it.
parasocial relationship, as far as I understand it, is like feeling close or like uniquely intimate, like emotionally and like personality with like a person that you don't actually know, like a celebrity. So like people form parasocial relationships with like their favorite celebrities. Like a big example is Taylor Swift. Everyone loves to comment on her relationships and like what she actually is like as a person and how she feels based on what they listen to her talk and speak about, but also like, in her music. I did see that. I did see that. That was actually an option. I do know a bit about Swiftie lore. I'm a big Swiftie as well, but I was like, no, it's been covered.
What is that episode called?
I don't know.
I wish I remembered.
But I remember reading the description. It's talking about the entire debacle of her records and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's already been covered. A fellow Swiftie has done the work. I'm okay.
It's in good hands. It's a good hour. It's a sleeper hit of the Passion Show discography.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chloe, friend of the show, past and future guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good description of parasocial. I think that it doesn't even need to be a celebrity though. It can just be some.
It can be someone that you know. Like I have that
web.
kind of idea with people that I see in person, or like people that I follow on Instagram who I don't know, but like I know of because I've seen them around.
You see enough of their Instagram stories. And
yeah, or like they're friends of a friend. So like we're mutuals, but we haven't actually crossed ourselves. So like I have that sometimes with other people that I know in like real life or know of.
Well, there you go. So if you're listening to this, feel free, go crazy. That's why I have all this stuff on the web.
Yeah.
And on the radio waves, where it actually goes through people's skull every Friday at 9 p.m. Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
Radio
9 p.m.
so
sharp.
Cool. Exactly. 9 p.m. sharp. I think that phrasing is kind of clunky and dorky, but I still use it in all my posts. I say
that's
9
so
p.m.
interesting
sharp.
to hear, considering like that you talked about in your first episode, 9 p.m. sharp. That's gonna be part of your phrasing, part of your branding. Now you're like it's clunky and dorky.
I mean, it's been almost a full year since do we talk about that in the first
yes,
episode?
I even the turning left. You guys talk about turning left and like driving, talking to drivers on the on the episode.
Even referencing.
Yeah.
My show and I didn't
see. I wanted to pick it
it
up, which is crazy.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Well, I mean, it's funny, I remember almost nothing that gets talked about on this show.
That's fair.
The broad strokes I remember, and I remember lots of specific little random things, but
yeah,
it's a lot of topics have been broached, breached on this show.
Yes.
And I just lived through them and then never listened to them back, really.
That's kind of odd. You should listen to them again.
I'm going to listen to what I want to do.
That's probably so magical to listen to like how you've changed and like
for sure
what was going on in your head at that episode. If you could pinpoint it.
Yeah.
Like when I look at photos on my phone, I remember exactly how I feel or like how I felt during that day or what was going on in my life. I'm like, oh my goodness, things have changed so much since then.
My big idea is that I want to return to this show like in the future, in years from now.
Okay.
And then it will serve that purpose for me. And a big reason I like having a show where I bring in people and not just do it by myself is because I want everyone, all my guests, to be able to do that. I think it's the idea that you can listen back to this show in 5 or 10 years and be like, oh, wow, that was Val in 2025.
Yeah.
Because most people aren't recording themselves talk for a whole hour.
No.
On their own accord.
Probably not.
You need a little encouragement to do that.
Yeah.
But that's to say is that I've been talking too much. So tell me more about why you care about
reading.
Reading, yeah. I was gonna say writing, but it wasn't writing. It's reading. Tell me about reading.
Reading is so cool. I love reading. It's always been a place for me to escape and like jump in and out of other worlds and like find relatability in characters that I see myself in. But also it's made me like super duper interested in a bunch of different things. But also it's helped my writing, it's helped my like vocabulary, and it's also like helped my parents learn English too, which is really cool. So we talked about them. Like the more you read, the better your writing becomes. And I think I love books. I love to read. I have like a diverse taste in books.
Oh, yeah?
My Goodreads list of like to read is like 800 books long.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
Cool.
I love a good book.
You're like a devout.
It's my religion, basically.
Reader. You're devout.
In a way.
You're at the shrine. You're pray to the altar of the written word.
Yeah, I'm a big book nerd.
That's beautiful.
Big book nerd, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to ask you a simple question, but it's a question I'm sure everyone wonders right now. Do you like nonfiction? or
Yeah,
fiction?
I like both.
I don't like fiction.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't happen.
What?
It's made up. I
But
don't
some
get
of the
it.
best things are made
It's
up.
just pretend.
But like we
Fiction
pretend.
books, I don't understand
We
fiction
pretend
books.
all the time in real life. with
Non-fiction
people.
books are real.
I guess, but also nonfiction books. It is a very broad statement because it may be like not made up, but like there's nonfiction memoirs. There's like nonfiction like psychology, like self-help books.
Yeah.
There's like
I'm just
essays.
I'm just yanking your chain.
Yeah.
Look at this. I supposed earlier that I want to be earnest and vulnerable and truthful on the show and not an esoteric and aloof weirdo. And there I had to go and tell you that I didn't understand fiction books because they're not real. I totally understand fiction books. The real question I wanted to ask, then got sidetracked by thinking of a funny joke.
Yeah.
Or maybe just a mean and stupid joke.
No, I don't think it was mean stupid.
Is the question that everyone really wants to know, what are your favorite books?
Oh, thank God you say books plural. I can't pick one. There's too many that I like.
Yeah. Favorite books, non-specific amount. Just rattle them off a little dome piece.
Yeah. Okay. I adore the Hunger Games books. Like Suzanne Collins is my queen.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's so genius.
What's your favorite one?
Catching Fire
Yo,
is such a good.
real.
That entire series it's such a great fiction series, but also if I think too hard about it, I can remember that. Whoa, this totally could happen, and it's very much based on the real world.
It's very much based. You're so right.
It's very much well, because if you have ever heard Suzanne Collins talk about writing the Hunger Games, she says that her inspiration from the book came from scrolling through the TV channel on her cable TV between news coverage of what was happening like in the Middle East and then reality TV and like TV shows. And how like desensitizing that was for her. And something with Suzanne Collins, she only ever puts out books when she has something to say. Like Hunger Games books came out like what, 10 years ago almost?
Oh, longer than that.
Maybe longer than that. I have no sense of time.
Let me think. I'm gonna make a guess about when Hunger Games 1 came out, and then we're gonna fact check it.
Okay, I'll get ready.
I think that Hunger Games 1 came out in 2008.
Okay.
That's my guess. 8 or 9, but probably 8. The Hunger Games.
I feel like I want to say it came out in like 2010. Like
I was right.
Oh, what was it?
I am a smart boy.
Congratulations.
2008 for
Wow.
The Hunger Games, 2009 for Catching Fire.
Wow. Okay, then no, what I meant, sorry, actually I think about when they gained popularity, probably when the movies came out in 2010s. Like the big blockbuster movies. Around that time,
the first one came out in 2012.
Yeah, and around that time also is like the big boom of dystopian literature books, like from book to movie adaptations, which we talked about adaptations.
Adaptation, that was a recent one.
Yes. We talked about that at work the other day, but no.
Like, in real life. I thought that was a passion.
No.
Oh my
like
Lord.
in real life, I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still on my list. But like that and like the Divergent books and like the Giver books and then like Maze Runner and like that big like
I
boom.
Am Number 4.
Yeah, the big boom of like dystopian novels and like the teenager like love triangle books kind of stuff.
What's the one? Insurgent.
Divergent. Oh, I love those books also.
Yeah.
I don't claim number 4 though.
The first movie.
Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant. I claim those 3. Everything else past that doesn't exist to me.
I saw that movie in the theater.
Me too. Yeah, and
I thought it was not good.
It's actually really
it's got
crazy.
a good actress in it.
Shailene Woodley.
Yeah, she's
And you
good.
know what's crazy? In the same time that Divergent was released, she's love interest with her co-star in Divergent in The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh, that's right. She's in The Fault in Our Stars.
And so she had a big movie break then. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what she's up to these days.
She's been acting. She was in a couple movies recently in some shows. Yeah. No, I really loved her as a kid, as a teenager. No, but Hunger Games is one of my biggest ones.
Yeah, Hunger Games is the goat. And Catching Fire is the best.
Catching Fire is so good. Oh, it's so very good. But back to what I was trying to say is that Suzanne Collins only ever releases books or something, or only has something to say, only releases something when she has something to say. And I think it's very telling that she's come out with 2 prequel novels in the last 5 years.
After letting the series
sit for quite a bit of time. And especially with like the socioeconomic, political state of the world, I think it's very telling. And those books are based on the real world, of course. We're not going to get into that today. That's my big one. That's my
favorite
my
books are The
favorite
Hunger
probably.
Games? Okay. Keep it going. What
I
else
really
you got?
love the book Wonder by Arte Palacio.
They made that into a movie.
Yes, they did. Yes,
Yeah,
they
I never
did.
saw that movie.
It's a really sad but beautiful movie.
Oh yeah.
It's about this little boy named
Okay.
August who has a cleft palate, and he has a very like facially deformed. No, he's opposite. He has facial deformities and he has a cleft palate. That's what I meant to say.
Gotcha.
And it's about his experience transitioning from homeschool to public school.
Oh, okay.
And getting bullied and all of that and adjustment.
They give him grief for.
They give him grief, but it's also really beautiful because he makes friends and he grows up. And I remember reading in like 5th or 6th grade, and it was such a beautiful book. And also, R.J. Palacio, the author, came out with another book that tells the exact same story, but from the perspectives of his sister, his bully, and his best friend.
Oh, so it's a whole quadrilogy.
Yeah, it's
just
really
like The Giver.
cool. I think, I don't really love The Giver though.
You don't love The Giver?
I don't know. I read The Giver in like 7th grade as like my independent novel study.
The Giver is my friend.
The movie?
I'm friends with that guy.
Really?
Oh yeah, the movie's horrible.
Yeah, the movie's really bad.
But me and The Giver go way back.
You do?
I'm personal friends with him, yeah. He gives me all kinds of beautiful memories in my brain.
Oh, okay.
Like riding on a sled and...
Oh, right. Okay, this is a book reference. I did not catch that.
Anyway.
I did not catch that.
Me and The Giver are buddies.
Yeah, R.J. Palacio's Wonder is really, it's beautiful, it's heartfelt, it's very touching and like very relatable, despite myself not being a person with facial deformities and a cleft palate, but like that story. That's the magic of storytelling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Storytelling.
I also really
Able to empathize with
enjoy
this boy.
Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have a big thing for Victorian novels. Like,
sometimes
they're kind of hit or miss, but I love that kind of era of like literature. Like The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, like Simone de Beauvoir, like the sisters, the Beauvoir sisters, and like
You're naming a lot of names here.
Yeah, like those kind of authors, and like there was someone else. Yeah, Sylvia Plath, Simone de Beauvoir, the Beauvoir sisters. I could be wrong. Oh, no, sorry, the Bronte sisters, that's what it is. Simone de Beauvoir, Sylvia Plath, the Bronte sisters. Yes, that era of, like, literature, like, super cool.
Yeah, Sylvia Plath's a legend.
Yeah, that's not my favorite, but that's not one of my favorites, but it's just in that era. Pride and Prejudice is really good.
She's a goat.
I'm a Jane Austen girl through and through.
All right, duly noted.
I love Jane Austen. It's like it's a lot of her movies, a lot of movies are based off of like Shakespearean plays or her books. Like the story Emma is like in so many different movies. Like Clueless is based off of Emma.
What's Emma?
It's one of Jane Austen's novels.
Okay. Did she write Wuthering Heights? Is that something different?
That's a Bronte sister, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I could be wrong.
Let's look it up.
Yeah.
Who made Wuthering Heights?
Yeah, Wuthering Heights.
Because Wuthering Heights has got Heathcliff in it.
Yeah.
That's all I know about Wuthering. Yeah, that's Emily Bronte.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the ballpark.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's that great song, Wuthering Heights. You ever hear that song?
No.
Kate Bush. She's like a singer.
She's the one who wrote Running Up That Hill. The one that's in Stranger
Running
Things.
Up That Hill, Deal with God.
Yeah.
The first song on Hounds of Love. A great record.
That song really came back because of Stranger Things.
Because of Stranger Things. Yeah, that's a surreal thing to see. All the kids are like, I'm into Hounds of Love now.
That's kind of cool, though.
All right, bet. Yeah, I like it.
That's really cool.
Of all the great music from the 80s to get platformed by a Netflix show, I'm happy for
Kate Bush.
That phenomenal song and that phenomenal record.
Yeah.
To get the bump.
My mom always says everything comes back. And I didn't take her seriously when I was younger, and now I really do. Like, she has
eternal return.
She has clothes from her closet that are like 10 years old, but like they've come back.
Yeah.
Every single time. They're like, something's trendy, like everything is cyclical. It all comes back, and it's very true.
Cyclical arts, that's what it's about.
Yeah. Real question for you though.
Uh-oh.
Is life imitating art, or is art imitating life?
Were you asking me this a couple days ago?
No.
Who was it? Someone was brought up that phrase a bunch in my life. It might have been on the show.
Maybe.
It might have not been on the show.
Maybe at outdoor school.
Are you sure it wasn't you?
It was not.
Who was talking about this? Someone was talking about this.
Maybe one of the Herons? I don't know.
That's the cyclical. That's eternal return. That's everything comes back.
I don't know.
Does art imitate? I don't know. Obviously, both probably.
Yeah.
IDK. IDK smiley face.
IDK smiley face. Okay.
Yeah, art imitates. Yeah, of course. I mean, you create art based on your life,
Mm-hmm.
and then you are influenced by everything. So in that capacity, life imitates art. So like there you go.
Cool.
And that's I think foundational.
Cool beans.
And when you're creating, if you're trying to create, truthful art, then you have to be in both of those modes at the same time. You have to listen to the art, and you have to, channel it, manifest it, because it already exists. It's already real.
All right, mic drop.
There we go. We're getting back into this version of this show.
All the hot takes.
Yeah, you and I are archaeologists right now. We're discovering this radio show.
Yeah.
We're finding it.
I mean, we're surrounded
exists
by
in
an
the
archaeology of music.
Yeah. Archaeology of music?
No, that's not the right word. But like anthology, that's the one.
Anthology.
A collection of music, yeah.
Well, an anthology is just a collection of anything.
Okay, well, we're...
You're just so Taylor Swift pilled.
Actually, I didn't even mean it that way. But I mean, we have a CD room and a vinyl room right beside us down the hall.
Those are anthologies.
Those are anthologies, exactly.
Yeah. Doesn't Taylor Swift have
a 2-hour anthology?
Yeah, it's called The Anthology.
The Anthology.
That's so funny.
I'm not a fan of that album, to be fair.
No?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I love her music. I think she's a very talented poet, but you can't have me sitting for 2 hours listening to the songs that are very beautiful and distinct in their own way, but they sound very similar sonically. That entire album, that entire collection of the Tortured Poets Apartment sounds very similar, like musically and sonically and production-wise.
Yeah, not a lot of variation on there.
Whereas a lot of her other albums have like lots of variation and like different types of production styles, but it's a very similar, like sad, like melancholy kind of type of sound, which is beautiful. It's what she does best. She does sad music best. She does it great.
Yeah?
Not bad.
I think she does 80s pop bangers best on 1989.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Album.
Yeah, that one too.
But
she does like pop
me.
bangers and like sad music. Those are some of her strongest.
Your sad music doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's just that's an empathy thing.
I think also
I'm lacking in that.
Yeah, it could be the female experience also.
That could also be.
I feel like a lot of the girlies relate to it.
Word.
But also a lot of people relate to it just listening to it also. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it just comes down to personal taste, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah. What an anthology. Yeah. Art. Let's trace this back to what we were talking about originally.
Literature,
words,
poetry,
Wuthering Heights, Kate Bush, poetry, reading. You like reading. What's your other? Do you have any more favorite books?
I like a lot of poem books and like poetry. Yeah,
Nice.
Rupi Kaur is one of my favorite poets.
Okay, Milk and Honey.
She's a poet from Toronto.
She's from Toronto?
She's Canadian.
I had no idea.
She's Canadian, a Canadian queen. I love finding Canadian artists and Canadian music.
Hey, CanCon, you should tune into CFRU.
Really? Oh, that's so cool.
Well, Canadian radio stations have to. One in 3 things we play have to be Canadian.
Of course, I did know that actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, tune into CFRU. We play some good stuff on this radio. You're listening to CFRU 93.3 FM, by the way. So I should bring that up, dear listener. If you're confused about what radio station you're going to tune into, just remember it's CFRU 93.3 FM. And this is The Passion Show with Wizard.
Yep.
I'm doing that now. That's
You're
something
doing
I'm
that.
doing
Okay,
now.
something new.
I'm bringing up.
Awesome.
I'm reminding people. That's something that happens on radio. Is you're meant to remind people what they're listening to.
Yes.
Which in this case is CFRU 93.3
I have
FM.
Z103.5 ingrained in my head as a child because that's all we listened to in the car. Z103.5 had the best, had all the radio hits that I wanted to listen to. My brother and I were interested, like The Weeknd, like Taylor Swift, like all of those big pop names that we were obsessed with as kids. So Z103.5 and the Cabana Cool.
When you
Pool
say
Club.
kid, what age or grade are you imagining?
Between 8 and 15,
8 and 15.
Yeah, that kind of.
Let's average out to 11 years old.
Yeah, 11, 10.
What grade are you in when you're 11? Grade 5, I think.
Grade 5 or 6, yeah.
What was the big hit when you were in grade 5 or 6?
Taylor Swift, bro.
But what Taylor Swift song? Because ditto, but I think it'll be different songs for you.
If I was, hold on, I need to. Okay.
It's when I was in grade 6, Taylor Swift might have just released Teardrops on My Guitar.
Oh, then it was probably 1989, around that time, yeah.
Interesting. That's a nostalgic banger for you.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that actually was around the time because
That's crazy.
Reputation came out in 2018, and that was when I was grade 7, 8, and I saw her in concert for the first time ever.
The Reputation tour, that was a famous tour.
That was my first concert ever. Last minute, I got a phone call from a friend and was like, hey, I have an extra ticket. Do you want to come? Heck
That's
yeah, I want to
crazy.
come. I saw it was my first concert ever in 2018. I was in 8th grade.
I have some friends.
No,
who went
7th
to
grade.
that.
Summer 7th grade. Yeah, summer of 7th grade going to 8th. Yes.
Wow. There
That's
you
the
go.
one. Yeah.
That was funny. Reputation. That was a funny album rollout.
It's one of her best.
Do you think so?
It's a very, very cool concept album.
It's kind of all over the place.
It is all over the place sonically, I think, but like if you listen to it, it's very it tells a really cool story. It like especially because at the time of that album, she went into hiding for like 3 or 4 years. No one had seen her for so long, and then she comes back out of nowhere with all of this like snake and like black and white imagery. Almost as like it reminds me of Harry Potter and like the newspapers in Harry Potter and the movies and like how they have the moving pictures of people who are like criminals.
That's a unique connection there.
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah.
I wonder if anyone has ever made that connection.
I don't know, but like if you see like the black and white of her with like this slick back like hair and like the chains and like green and black like makeup and all of that,
she's looking like a slippery snake.
Yeah, very just like rebellious compared to like this pop princess that everyone expected her to be, and also like thought of her as like with like the pink and like pastels and like very glam and very like hyper feminine. I think.
Interesting, and that's a good angle.
Yeah, it's like she came back with a bang, literally, and just changed everything that people thought of her, which I think was really cool. But we're not here to talk about Taylor.
We're not here to relitigate Taylor Swift's discography.
Since I mentioned it, I keep thinking of it. I need to stop because a fellow Swiftie done the work. She talked about it, gave the listeners what needed to be given. Yeah. Yeah,
you have some more unique stuff you want to spit.
I need to. I'm a big Swiftie, so it's all up here and ingrained, and it's all connected. And it's really fun. But then it gets too much sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right. What other books do you like?
Okay, Milk and Honey, but I really like Ruby Carr's Homebody better than Milk and Honey. Okay. Homebody is very personal in a much more raw and vulnerable way than Milk and Honey was, because I feel like with poetry books, what I've noticed, and like probably like if you think of like the MySpace like Tumblr era, people took like poetry books and like made it like their persona or like as an aesthetic. And like certain poetry, like especially like Milk and Honey, that people like took the drawings in there and like posted on like Pinterest and like Tumblr.
Yeah,
and
that is definitely how I
aesthetically
think
revolved. Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
But Homebody's really is different. It came out like I think during COVID or like a little bit after COVID, like 2021. It's very recent, and it's very vulnerable and raw, and talks about her life in different ways that she didn't talk about in Milk and Honey and her other books, which I really like.
Cool.
Yeah. No, there's another book I was going to say. All About Love by Bell Hooks.
Oh, that's a classic.
So good.
That was getting passed around at outdoor school last summer.
Really?
I read the first half of it. I struggled to finish books, but it's great.
It's really beautiful.
The part of it that I read is great.
It's really beautiful. I bought it at an airport, and I was on my way to BC. Classic. In February.
I was reading it on a PDF that I acquired.
Really?
On my phone.
Yeah. Well, it was on sale, and like I have the Indigo Plum Plus card, and like a little booker than I am, and it cost me $9 with all my points. I was like, perfect, great, lovely, a new book, and it was $10.
There you go.
I really liked it. That book specifically, I need to reread because it had a lot of stuff to talk about Christianity and like religion that I didn't love to read because I didn't expect it to be very like religious or like religiously intertwined, but it was still really good. It just didn't feel very relatable to me. But yeah, I also really like Princess Diana's memoir.
Princess Diane.
Yeah, Diana, like Princess of Wales, Diana. Like Diana Spencer, yeah.
Who got killed by the paparazzi?
Yes, the one who died in an accident. Yeah.
I know very little about Princess Diana.
Really?
Very little. I know she got killed.
I know quite a bit actually.
In a car crash. Well, that checks out. You read her book.
No, not even. My mom and I were watching The Crown for a couple of years together. But also, like my mom.
You love the Netflix originals.
I got to a point during COVID where I was just watching anything at that point, just to watch and see, just to get through my list of what I had to watch.
I feel.
And I got really bored, but I really liked The Crown because I mean, we're a sovereign nation. Like Canada used to be part of sovereignty, and
we're
like
still part of
we are part of sovereignty, but like we used to be part of the
Commonwealth.
Of the Commonwealth, that's the word. Yeah, we used to be part of the Commonwealth. We still are.
Praise the King, baby.
Yeah, but
we are part of it.
We're part of the Commonwealth, but it's tied into our history, tied into colonization, but also tied into
crazy? It's
a bunch of other stuff. It is really silly.
Buzz Onkers, our head of state's the king.
Yeah.
Not the democratically elected prime minister.
Yeah, it's so interesting. And there's so many street signs and like names of streets here that are
lots of king streets
that are related, like Victoria Road, Queen Victoria, like they're related to so
lots
many
of Maine and my
we even have
hometown
like
in Kincardine.
we even have
Main
like
Street's called Queen Street.
a little Ireland in Guelph too, like down near like
all those streets called like Dublin Street.
Yeah, Inverness, like those kind of streets, like
Dublin.
It's kind of cool to think about, like all these streets are named after places in other places of the world. But yeah, no. I read her memoir because I remember her telling me that she woke up early because she watched it with her mom in Colombia, like on the news of their wedding, Princess Di's wedding, and it was such a big thing during when she was growing up. And I remember specifically like when Harry and Meghan, like I think Duke and Duchess of Sussex is what they're called. They got married.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, and then like their Oprah special came out, and then The Crown also like was touching on their lives too. And I got into all of that kind of like through watching The Crown, but also just in general, I was interested in it. But like they did a really good job of like making it interesting, and I'm sure that like it's a dramatization of like what's actually happened in the royal like family and all of that. But typically Princess Diana's era and how she came to be in the royal family is very interesting. Because she was part of like the Spencer house, and they were like a lower rank family, and so she had to like marry up to like I guess like re-rank herself, but like she didn't grow up.
That was so weird.
Yeah, she didn't grow up like super like high society. Like she was
she was just like a lower rank
royal.
like
upper middle class mid British royal, if you think about it that way. Yeah, but like she had a very like tumultuous like childhood with like her parents and like her brother as well. And she was a very sad child, unfortunately.
Aww.
She was really sad, and like she always talked about like wanting attention, just wanting like people to gravitate towards her because she didn't feel it when she was growing up. And like it's kind of like yeah. It's really beautiful, but then also like she kind of thrown into meeting Prince Charles like at a society function of some sort. Like she didn't really notice him, and she'd also been like talking to a bunch of people, and like she wasn't even like looking that way, but someone forced them together kind of like by accident, like in passing. And then they started to court, and obviously we know what happened, but of course at the time King Charles listeners, I hope the listeners have an idea, but the listeners
the listeners probably know. I'm the odd one out here.
But like
I mean, I this is a major blind spot for me.
Yeah, like they like courted, they dated, but the entire time that they were dating, like Prince Charles originally didn't want to date Diana. He didn't want anything to do with her because he was in love with Camilla Parker Bowles, but she was already married.
Who?
Camilla Parker Bowles. Yeah, it's a mouthful of a name. I mean, I have a long last name, but like that whole thing.
Yeah, what's your last name again?
Monterosa Prieto.
Monterosa Prieto.
Yeah.
Look at that, I said it right.
Yeah, good job.
Monterosa Prieto.
Yay.
I'm gonna lock that in.
You're one of the first 5 people to say it properly.
Well, there we go. As soon as I asked.
Yeah. Most people don't ask.
I've been just saying to the hilltops, if you wanted something, you just gotta ask.
Exactly.
Something I've been really on recently. If you want to know how to say someone's last name, say, hey, how do you say your last name? Monterosa Prieto?
I used to be called Mozzarella, actually, as a kid. People can say my last name. Like Mozzarella.
Rude.
Yeah.
Val Mozzarella Prieto.
Yeah. It was a dark time when I was a kid.
Childhood.
Yeah,
scary.
I really used to hate it, actually.
Yeah.
And same with my legal name. I used to hate it. Like, I hated being called it because no one could say it right. But now I just like, yeah. I mean, Wizard's a really easy name.
Wizard's a cool name.
Wizard's a really cool name.
Everyone loves to call me Wizard all the time.
It's honestly, I forgot that you're...
I'm going to have to censor that. I have to remember.
Really? I can't say that. I'm sorry.
4820.
I'm sorry.
Good to know. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Reminder to self. Well, it's just a sort of a thing that I don't want my real name on the fashion show because it's funny.
Okay.
I don't want to break that streak.
Okay, my bad.
No, don't. It's okay.
Okay.
So it goes.
Yeah, but
4820, 4820, 4820.
I'll write it down. 4820.
Okay.
But
that's just where that's the timestamp.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. So he was getting to know Camilla Parker Bowles, and he wanted to be with her, but she was married, and so I think she was married and then divorced. So she was like a divorcee, and she wasn't the royal family wasn't allowed to date people who were divorced or get married with them at all. So bogus, one of their silly rules. But he always wanted her from the beginning. Like he never wanted Diana. I think he grew to love Diana. But like a lot of their marriage was tumultuous because the entire time that he was with Diana, he was still seeing her behind everyone's back.
Wow.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
cheating her the whole time. It's
What a tool.
Yeah, it was very messy, and of course, like the long standing like waiting to be king probably doesn't help, and like when you're bred to only be king, you have to follow all these rules. I'm sure doesn't help either. And I don't imagine the queen being very warm and fuzzy either.
No, you don't think so?
Well, I think also like in the show they talked about like her upbringing, and like how she kind of had to become queen because her dad died.
That's right.
Her dad died really suddenly, and so she then became thrust into royalty and the throne.
Okay.
And so she like from a teenage age, she was like queen.
Until she died.
Until she died.
Years ago.
Yeah, she made it a long time. I was quite impressed. She outlived her husband.
She died on the day of staff training at GOS two
Really?
years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
an interesting anecdote.
I remember in the middle of staff training, I went on my phone during lunch and I looked at Twitter. And I saw a tweet about the queen being dead, and I said, "Hey, everyone, guess what?
The queen is dead."
The queen is dead."
Yeah.
Everyone, all right, wizard, that's great.
Yeah, but no, her memoir is very sad, but also very interesting because the way that she talks about herself and like her role in like royalty and what her life became when she left the royal family and when she divorced or I guess separated from King Charles, she was a very like soft and old soul. Based on what I read, and also she couldn't tell her story because, of course, like the royal family didn't want her to talk about anything to do with them, and they really kind of like outcasted her. They really did their best to kind of like poke her to the side, like push her to the side, and really just like other her. And it worked. It worked, and then like the Al Fayeds, that family took her in, and then she ended up dating Dodi Al Fayed, and that family, the Al Fayeds, pardon me, they were the owners or the founders of Harrods. Harrods.
Don't know
Harrods.
that. Do not know what that is.
Yeah, but it's like a department store. It's like Hudson's Bay kind of vibe.
Gotcha. Rest in peace, Hudson Bay. Nah.
Yeah. Did you know
Rest
they're
in
auctioning
pepperonis.
off all their artifacts that don't belong to them?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like they're not giving them back.
That's so funny.
They're pulling the British Museum.
Yeah.
Actually, they're gonna pull the British Museum and just have everything that doesn't belong to them and auction it off to everyone else, but people who it belonged to. Yeah. That was a sidebar of that.
I like when old companies go away. It's like you thought you were Ozymandias Hudson Bay, flew too close to the sun, like Icarus.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But like know that all things return to dust. Hudson's Bay Company, all things will be destroyed in the water, the dripping water of time.
Yeah.
Erodes all.
Yeah.
So ha ha ha.
Rest in peace, I guess. Not really peace, actually. They don't really deserve peace.
Rest in pieces.
Yeah, rest in pieces.
Rest in pepperonis.
Rest in pieces. They had a lot of nefarious activities they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
And they're just too dang old.
Yeah.
Out of here. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah. Bye.
Anyways, you really like that Princess Diana, eh?
Yeah, she's a very soft spoken and a very interesting person to read about. I also really enjoyed Matthew Perry's memoir. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Chandler from Friends.
He died?
He died. He passed away like recently, like I think 2 years ago.
Oh no!
Like 6 months after his memoir came out too.
Oof.
Yeah, it was a hard.
I hope he lived a fulfilled life. You know, I hope that he found love.
He struggled with addiction a lot of his life, which was really sad.
Oh,
He was a great character on Friends. He was very funny.
Never watched that show.
What? You've never watched Friends? That's like one of the shows that everyone's watched at least once in their life.
I'm pretty sure that show ended before you were born.
Oh, it definitely did. But like I've even watched it still.
It's not a show I've seen. I'm not really into shows with laugh tracks.
Okay, fair.
Other than Seinfeld, kinda.
Really?
I say Seinfeld's funny.
I'm watching Seinfeld soon. Like it's on my list.
Well, there you go.
I'm really loving Golden Girls right now.
Mark Chicho is a big fan of that Seinfeld.
Really?
So you can have an earnest connection with him about Seinfeld.
Yeah, I've seen like bits and pieces and like clips on the internet, of course, but like haven't watched it full.
Funny show, ha ha ha.
It was really funny in Golden Girls. I love Golden Girls.
Yeah, I never seen that show.
Betty White's in it. Rest in peace, Queen.
And all of her other girls that she gets along with, her buddies.
Yeah, well, what's the actress's name that I know the most out of the three of them? I know the characters who are like their screen names. I don't know the actresses' names, but yeah, no, it's really funny.
All right, duly noted.
Yeah, what else was I going to say?
We're almost out of time here. You got only a couple minutes left.
Yeah, those are my books. Those are my books that I really love recently and have loved for a long time.
That's beautiful. You love reading.
Yeah.
Reading's important to you.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Do you think you'd ever write a book?
I wrote for my school blog this past year and the school newspaper at my university. I wrote a really cool article about Kendrick Lamar and his Super Bowl performance and his ode to Black culture. I'm really proud of that article.
I wrote an essay about Kendrick when I was in college in like 20 whatever.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to not write about Kendrick.
He's great.
He's a really
10 out of 10 guy.
Thoughtful performer.
Yeah.
And artist.
So thoughtful.
So you've written, you're a writer.
Yeah, a little bit. I used to write like poetry and songs when I was in COVID, and I would try and like kind of make songs sometimes.
Do you have any poetry you'd like to read for the listeners?
There was a really beautiful quote that I saw on Instagram.
Perfect.
On a story that I saw. And
let's end the show with the reading of an Instagram story quote.
It's an excerpt from Home.
Excerpt?
Yeah, excerpt.
Yeah, something like that. Expert.
From Home by Worcestershire.
Perfect. All right, lay it on me.
All right, it says, you have to understand that no one puts their children in a boat unless the water is safer than the land. No one burns their palms under trains, beneath carriages. No one spends days and nights in the stomach of a truck, feeding on newspaper, unless the miles traveled means something more than the journey. No one crawls under fences.
That's can you read it again?
Again?
Yeah, just in case someone turned in halfway through.
Okay.
I think good poems ought to be read twice.
All right. Okay.
This is a runner.
Round 2.
Everyone, I asked this of all poetry readers on this show.
Okay, round 2.
Let's hear it again. I'm going to really focus now.
You have to understand that no one puts their children in a boat unless the water is safer than the land. No one burns their palms under trains, beneath carriages. No one spends days and nights in the stomach of a truck, feeding on newspaper, unless miles traveled means something more than the journey. No one crawls under fences. Wow.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
You have a keen eye for thoughtful writing. And,
I try.
Provocative stuff. That's very provocative. Yeah. Thank you for coming on the show so much.
Thank you for having
Valerie.
me.
I really appreciate it. One more time, how do we say your name in its original Spanish?
Valeria.
Valeria?
Yeah.
Valeria?
Yeah, you got it.
All right. We have a tradition at the end of every episode of The Passion Show. You know about this tradition.
Yes, I do.
You're an avid listener.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the wind, grateful for the clouds. I'm grateful for letters. I got a couple letters from old friends in the mail.
That's so sweet.
Recently. I'm grateful for all the kids out there who just wanna talk, you know. What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful that you invited me to be on your show. I'm really excited and glad that I came. I'm grateful for art. I'm grateful for all art in all its forms, especially like how it impacts me and people around me. Grateful for the sunshine, warm weather. I'm missing the warm weather for a long time, and I don't want to complain about it or wish it away until it's gone again. Remember how much I missed it.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Val. That's great. Thank you so much for being on this show. I really appreciate it. I've been Wizard.
This is Val.
And please remember that only love will stop the killing. Over and out.